Hi, I'm Shah. Today isn't anything special. I don't have a big plan or an exciting destination. I just need to go out and buy food for my aquarium fish. The fish food is almost finished, so it's time to buy another packet. Fortunately, the pet shop isn't very far from my apartment, so I'll simply walk there. Since I'm already going out, I'll probably have some breakfast on the way back because I'm feeling a little hungry. After that, I also need to buy some sweets for my daughter. She asked for ladus and gulab jamun, so I'll stop by a bakery before heading home. So today's video is just a simple walk around my neighborhood while taking care of a few everyday errands. I leave my apartment and start walking toward the pet shop. The weather feels fresh today because it rained earlier. The temperature is a little cooler than usual, which makes walking much more comfortable. The shop isn't far away, so there's no reason to take a motorcycle. Walking is often the easiest option for short distances. It gives me a chance to look around, notice what's happening in the neighborhood, and enjoy a slower pace before the day gets busy. As I continue my walk toward the pet shop, enjoying the calm atmosphere after the morning rain, it rained earlier today, so the streets are still wet. You can see small puddles in a few places, and the pavement is darker than usual. Personally, I enjoy walking after the rain, especially when it's not raining anymore. The air feels cleaner, the temperature is more comfortable, and there isn't as much dust. It's a nice change from the hot and humid weather that we often experience. As I continue walking, I see the neighborhood garbage collection van making its usual rounds. Every day, the workers go from house to house collecting household waste. Residents simply leave their garbage outside and the van picks it up. It's a simple service, but it helps keep the neighborhood much cleaner. The monthly fee is only about 30 cents. It's one of those everyday expenses that most people don't think about very often, but services like this make a big difference. It's interesting how many small services quietly make daily life more convenient. We usually only notice them when they're unavailable. There's always something happening around the neighborhood. It's nothing unusual, but that's what I like about these walks. They remind me that everyday life doesn't have to be exciting to be enjoyable. Sometimes a simple walk through familiar streets is enough to slow down and appreciate the little things around us. There are quite a few stores like this in the area. Some specialize in pet birds, while others sell food and supplies for cats, dogs, and aquarium fish. If you keep pets, it's convenient because you can usually find everything you need within a short walking distance. This is the same brand I've been buying every month since I first set up my aquarium. One packet costs about 50 cents. There are cheaper options available, but I've never felt the need to change. My fish are used to this food, they eat it without any problems, and it has worked well for me over the years. Sometimes people assume that taking care of an aquarium is expensive, but in my experience, the monthly food cost is actually quite low. Of course, there are other expenses from time to time, like replacing filters or maintaining the tank, but those don't happen every month. With the fish food purchased, one task is already finished. Now it's time to think about breakfast. I'm getting hungry, and there are several small restaurants and food stalls along this road, so it's easy to find something to eat. Today, I decided to have puri and lentil curry. The puris have just been fried, so they're still hot and fresh. I ordered 3 curries, and together with the lentil curry, the total cost is only about 10 cents. It's a simple breakfast, but it's filling and tastes really good when it's served hot. Of course, I try not to eat fried food too often. Even though it's delicious, I know it isn't the healthiest choice. Foods like puri are fine once in a while, but I don't think they should become part of an everyday diet. Eating more balanced meals most of the time is probably a better long-term habit. I don't completely avoid everything I enjoy, but I try not to make fried food a daily habit anymore. For me, it's more about eating these things occasionally while making healthier choices most of the time. Still, every now and then, it's nice to enjoy a simple local breakfast like this. After finishing my meal, I feel much better. There's only one more thing left to do before going home. My daughter asked me to buy some sweets, especially ladus. There's a bakery across the main road that makes very good sweets, so that's where I'm heading next. The bakery isn't very far away. Breakfast is finished, and now it's time to buy some sweets for my daughter. The sweet shop is a little farther away, but it's still close enough to walk. It's located on the other side of the main road, so I need to use the pedestrian overpass to cross safely. From the bridge, I get a nice view of the road below. Traffic is moving steadily, and both sides of the street are lined with small shops. There are clothing stores, grocery shops, fruit stalls, restaurants, and plenty of street vendors selling different products. This area is usually quite busy throughout the day. After crossing the road, the bakery is only a short walk away. They make a good variety of traditional sweets, and whenever my daughter asks for ladus or gulab jamun, this is usually the place I come to. Hopefully, they'll still have both available today. I've arrived at the bakery. There are many different kinds of traditional sweets on display. Some are made with milk, some with flour and sugar, and others with different kinds of syrup. It's always difficult to choose because everything looks fresh. Today, I'm buying exactly what my daughter asked for. She wanted ladus and gulab jamun. I decide to buy 2 pounds in total. The price is about $1.2 per pound. Whenever I buy sweets for my daughter, I try to remember that they should be enjoyed in moderation. Children naturally love sweet foods, but like any treat, it's better not to have them too often. I'm sure she'll be happy when she sees these. Now, all the errands I planned for today are finished. I bought fish food for the aquarium, had breakfast, and picked up the sweets my daughter wanted. The only thing left to do now is walk back home, feed the fish later,
and put the new packet of fish food into its storage container so it's ready to use over the next few months. I'm back home now. The first thing I'll do is open the new packet of fish food and pour it into this storage container.
Keeping an aquarium isn't very expensive, but it does require consistency. The fish need clean water, regular feeding, and a little attention every day. It's one of those small routines that quietly becomes part of everyday life.
It's much easier to keep the food here than in the original packet, and it helps keep everything organized. Today's outing was very simple. I bought fish food, enjoyed a local breakfast, picked up some sweets for my daughter, and walked back home. Nothing extraordinary happened, but that's what everyday life usually looks like. Sometimes the most ordinary days become the most enjoyable ones. Thank you for coming along with me, and I'll see you in the next video.